Hello guys, my name is Shantanu Vyas. Welcome back to Sports Angle, and today we will be discussing about the final of Euros 2020. Great tournament so far, exciting knockout stages, fantastic players rising to the occasion, brilliant moments, fans having a great time. Wembley going absolutely pandemonium when England scored that penalty, and absolutely Harry Kane has stepped up when England have needed him the most. That's what the essence of a true leader is, and that is what Harry Kane is known for stepping in the right moments. But yeah, that's about England. Italy have also been systematic throughout the whole tournament. They've scored 11 goals, conceded 3. They've had a decent defense run coming into this tournament. But we can talk more about the final in the next segment. Euros 2020 final is upon us this Sunday at 12:30 a.m. But yeah, it's actually going into Monday. That's the bad part. But it's at Wembley, so Wembley is going to be buzzing because it's going to be a home game for England. And yes, it's between England and Italy. Wow, I mean, it couldn't get bigger for England out here. This is their first final since 1966 of a major international tournament. English fans have waited a long, long time. The other day, I was hearing a podcast in which a fan said that the last time England were in a major final like this, he was just 6 years of age, and now he's seen them. Like, it's been such a roller coaster ride, so there would be so many fans like that who would have seen their team on this kind of a stage. Italy, on the other hand, not much has been talked about them because obviously, all the attention was England. When England plays, all the attention is on them. Everyone likes to talk about England, starting from the fans to the pundits to even certain players. Now, there have been certain opinions that, England have had it really easy in this tournament because they played home games. But you know what? I don't think like that, because I do feel that playing at home is even more pressure, so much attention. You go to airports, people are talking to you about the cup. You go to interviews, people are literally drilling you with questions about when you will win the next match and the one after that and the one after that. And it's really difficult to ignore that kind of buzz. So I feel going into this final, mentally, Italy are at ease because all that attention is with England, and they can concentrate on their football and prepare for the final accordingly. Now, the most important thing, what I feel, is how these teams have been set up and why are they so successful and why have they made it into this final. They made it into this final is, yes, some people will say, oh, they've had fantastic attacks, they've scored good goals, scoring, in key, in key matches, in key, situations in matches. But I feel the biggest aspect of these two teams is they have a very strong defense. England did not concede a goal since a long time, till Damsgaard hit that free kick. So technically, England have not conceded a goal from open play. I mean, that's very good. Gareth Southgate is 10 on 10 out there. He set them up defensively very well. Big shout out to Stones and Harry Maguire. They've actually held that defense real tight. On the other hand, yes, you even have Chiellini and Bonucci, who might not be the quickest or the strongest, but they have been intelligent defenders in order to close down spaces and give attackers minimum chance even to have a sight on goal. So these defenders have basically brought their team to the semi-finals. Yes, at the end of the day, the attackers, they get you those key goals in those moments, but throughout the 90, it's just one bad mistake can lead to a goal. I keep saying that a striker can have it easy. After, you can miss 3-4 chances and still score, and you might win. But a defender cannot let their guard down throughout the 90. Now, some interesting stats between these two. These two have played between them 27 matches, 10 going Italy's way, 9 draws, and England have won 8 times. The last time they faced in the Euros was in 2012, wherein Italy edged them out on penalties. And the last time they faced in an international tournament was in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, where Italy edged them out 2-1. So mentally, maybe Italy will have that, at the back of their mind, oh, we've beaten them, we know how to beat them. But again, let me tell you, this is not that England which was there in 2012 and 2014. This is a different England. They play together, they play as a unit, they play, to each other's strengths, and they keep pushing each other to the limit. And the manager is smart. He knows how to use his resources. Yes, Southgate has been using his resources really, really well. Lot of negativity coming in, to him before the tournament, which I feel was really unjust, because he's had a good tournament with them in 2018 in the World Cup. Now, leading up to this, people, the fans, the analysts, they should have been more positive. But I think in terms of playing 11, I don't think so there'll be much of a change. Although I'd like to see Jack Grealish or Jadon Sancho. I've been shouting that since round of 16. I mean, even Jack Grealish, if he sees this video, I mean, I hope he does. He'll also be like, he'll also be tired of it. But I feel Jack Grealish and Jadon Sancho very good and the reason because is a tactical reason. One is these two are very quick on their feet. They have two very good feet, so they can move around the ball. They can swerve in and they can put in a cross, so they can damage Italy from both ends. And in 1v1 situations, Sancho is an exceptional talent. Like, I don't know many footballers of that age category who are that good in 1v1 situations. Obviously, Saka is very good because he runs behind those defenders, so he is going to make that backline stretch a lot. Bonucci and Chiellini have to be on him the entire time because they have a triple headache even with Sterling and Kane, because they keep interchanging and they're very quick. And Kane, most of all, might not be the quickest striker, but he's a very smart striker. He knows how to drop back. Even when in the Denmark goal, he came back, helped his team, and then played that pass through the lines. So he broke that defense, So he's an intelligent striker. So you cannot discount that out. Absolutely. Talking about Italy, they have a very smart midfielder in Verratti who will try to, outplay that English midfield of Rice and Calvin Phillips. Yes, because he's technically very gifted. He has that flair in him, which Rice and Phillips are not that strong into. But I do believe that Rice and Phillips bring more to the table in terms of defensive capabilities. But at the same time, I do believe that their attackers, who are Chiesa, Immobile, will be slightly causing that problem. But I do believe that Walker and Shaw are equipped enough to take over that. So matchup wise, this is probably the two best teams they could make up to. Italy, on the other hand, increased their running average. So they, in the tournament, have ran around 732 kilometers. So their average per match has shot up to 122 kilometers per game. So, they've suddenly they've shown that they can work hard to recover the ball back. England probably, on the other hand, would not have, expected that to happen with themselves, because their players on the ball are such, they're good runners, and, they barely lost the ball in spells, and they've had a very good passing accuracy. All credit to Rice and Phillips, who I feel are the unsung heroes of this whole setup. Now, yeah, this is the final at the end of the day. I'm excited to watch it. In terms of how they're going to set it up, how it's going to be panning out. But I do believe that there is this X factor which will decide the game. I don't think so it's going to get over within the 90 minutes, and I don't think so it is going to be there in terms of a boring game. This is going to be very technical. It's going to be super tactical. The managers would be scratching their heads right now, because not only do they have a selection dilemma, because these two teams are so good, they have not let one foot wrong. They've been on their A game for all these games leading up to this. They've beaten quality sides. They have shown under pressure situations, because England went 1-0 down in that semi-final. So wow, and they came back. I personally thought when I was watching the game, I thought it's going to be like a repeat of the 2018 semi-final. But wow, what spirit, what grit. And they just went pushing on and on. And I think that's what makes England special. This is a final, mouth-watering contest. England-Italy can't get bigger than this. This is what the Euros 2020 has given us. It's given a very justified final to us. But commiserations to the other two semi-finals, which is Spain and Denmark. They played fantastically well. Nobody expected, them to reach the semi-finals. I did think Spain will reach the quarters at least. But wow, I mean, even in a squad under transition with Pedri stepping up to the fore, wow, you don't see many talents like those come up, quite regularly. This is a final for England. This is a final for Italy. England will have to keep that at the back of their mind that, it's Wembley, it's England. They have to keep that buzz and focus on doing a job on Italy. Italy, on the other hand, is slightly more relaxed. And they've been playing mind games in their press conferences about saying how easy it has been for England and, determining how tough it has been for them. So that kind of, pushes England, slightly on their edge, and kind of, those ego battles are very important, and you have to be smart, in these kind of situations. You don't have to get carried away. So the players are really, really buzzing. I believe the fans would be. I mean, if England wins, it is going to be a phenomenon to watch. But nonetheless, I do believe that Italy have a great chance getting into this final. Like, you cannot just sleep on them, because they are not strangers to this kind of occasions. They've won 4 World Cups, so sleeping on them, even as a fan, is criminal, because they will punish you if you leave the ball to them in very, very different areas. So I do believe, yes, it's a 50-50 game, very difficult to predict. I am not doing predictions again, but my one prediction went right, that I said that Harry Kane will step up in these key moments, which is the knockout phase, and he did, because he's a great player. Again and again I'm saying that. So yes, that's about it. And I've loved covering the Euros. Will be very special to be this part, and I hope you have loved watching the content. And given that more football content will be coming out, and this is a Super Sunday, by the way, guys. You have the UFC in the morning, then you have the Copa America final in the morning, you have this to end with your day, the Wimbledon final. I mean, it's best to just order your snacks right now, just sit in front of the TV, relax, have a great Sunday. And yes, if you are having some gap between these matches, do not forget to watch Sports Angle for more such content. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe.